youngsters there. And what about number 6, Tate McDermott? He's been a real find. 18 years of age, 3 tries this weekend. James Stannard, the veteran, will be leading the Aussies out. Special moment for the ball boy as well. Isaiah Cohen. Wonderful moment for him as Kenya and Australia make their way out. Australia started with 2 losses yesterday against the heavyweights, Fiji and South Africa, who are both through to the Cup final here. But they've knocked over Japan, Samoa, and also Wales. So getting a little bit of momentum, while Kenya lost a couple yesterday, and they beat Russia and the United States on the way to this playoff for the Challenge Trophy. The referee is from Fiji, Kavini, Telimai Lavalangi, one of the new boys on the block as far as the HSBC 7 Series is concerned.
Good enough.
Greg Clark in the chair alongside me is Carl Tanana. Sideline comments from Willie Lusai. And Carl, it's a matter of last man standing almost. Both Australia and Kenya have some injury concerns.
Yeah, this 7 Series is brutal, and it was proved exactly that here in this leg in Wellington. But I'm expecting this Kenyan team to be very physical against an inexperienced Australian team, like they did against the USA.
So, James Stannard gets us underway. And Njira finds a little bit of room on the far side for Amonde. And he carries it into Australian territory and then offloads to Sakuta. So the big men will try and win the battle in tight and then try and get the speedsters on the outside into a little bit of space. In particular, Collins and Njira. So Mbaka takes it forward. So good meters. And now the penalty will go against Australia, taken quickly by Eden Aguero for Kenya. Mbaka taken by Anstey on the 22. Aguero thought about heading right, then switches to the left, and the inside ball now to Adembo. And he offloads brilliantly to Samuel Oliech. Well, it's just been a patient build-up by Kenya, getting their big men involved, getting on the front foot, and there's the celebration.
Well, you know they're feeling it when they're starting to dance. These Kenyans enjoying it. They've always been a fan favourite here in Wellington. They sort of lulled this Australian defence, and then they just decided to attack, but it's the offloads. They like getting those long limbs free, Willie.
Yeah, and as you highlighted at the start of the match, Kartanana, is that they're going to actually get physical there. 2 of the defenders called on, and then it's just the lovely lines that they run. And they obviously were watching you in the bar last night with your moves, Greg Clark.
Yeah, that'd be right. They have got a bit of rhythm. So, 7 points to 0. Kenya over Australia. Stannard trying to lead the youngsters. And that's a poor restart by the Aussies, and so Kenya have it again. A team that really thrives on confidence, and now having a bit of a run. Who's got Iambo? He got through the gap. Pretty ordinary defence by the Aussies. Oh, but hang on a little bit. They have blown it. Wow, that's a real coach killer, that one.
Billy, what you doing, son? Put it down. You've done all the hard work. You went on the outside of Hutchinson, who we know can fly. He's trying to have a bit of fun. I realise that. To give it to Collins, to give him another one. No, Collins says. Stannard does some brilliant work.
Well, they wanted to move his total from 236 to 237. And Stannard, well, he's one of the best in the business, isn't he?
The man they call Chucky. And now this one is into touch.
Well, if the Kenyans got rhythm, Chucky's got some hops. Got right up in the air. Good kick too from that restart, Greg, from Stannard.
Well, this should lift the Aussies after that Kenyan blunder. My goodness. 5 of the Australians still eligible for under-20s. So they'll gain some valuable experience from this one. Heading into their home tournament next week.
Release go.
It's an injury list as long as the squad that is available, so they might have to go outside the squad to try and get a team together for Sydney. So that's next week. They're trying to finish with some momentum here. So too Kenya. Good stepping. Again it is Billy Odhiambo. This time he's trying to get on the outside of Chucky Stannard. He throws it back on the inside. That's better to Njira. It worked a treat that time. And Collins Njira is in for his 237th try.
Billy Odhiambo on the edge is just so good because of his strength. Good chase and angle here by Stannard just to shut him down. He knows he's not going to get on the outside, but it's a little pop pass. It was a good one too from the hip. And Collins Njira, well, his 237th finish.
Conversion from right in front, successful. Collins Njira from the Mwamba club. 67th tournament. He missed the last 2 events. And he's on successful. Collins Njira from the Mwamba club. 67th tournament. He missed the last 2 events. And he's on. To Anstey. Got a good ball around to Peach. Peach is going to score his first try. Dylan Peach, 18 years of age, from Wagga Wagga in New South Wales, went to the King's School, Australian Schools Barbarian, and now a try for Australia at sevens.
Yeah, look at that ball on the inside, and Peach, well, they'll be going up in Wagga Wagga celebrating his first career try for the Australian sevens jersey. Well done.
Yeah, that's incredible, isn't it? 18-year-old representing his country gets his first try of many, I'm certain of that. Where is Wagga Wagga?
New South Wales. That'll give him a little bit of confidence. This ball holding up and knocked back by the Australians, and now Kingston gets the opportunity to clean up again. So it's 19 points to 12. Australia with another penalty.
Yeah, Ollie did well initially at the breakdown, but he went to his knees and stopped the supporting player for Australia coming through. That's the penalty. Do they go to the set-piece line-out, stand out, or they back themselves on the tap? I think they've got all the momentum, so they go to the line-out, get in Kenyan territory.
Into touch it goes from James Stannard. 34th tournament for Stannard.
Tough throwing conditions though here, Greg, so Stannard has to get this on the mark.
And he does. And now it is McDermott, this youngster, flicking it out the back to Stannard. Just have to be patient here. Forcing the pass won't get you there, and now Kingston. Advantage is being played. They make a mess of it. And that's been the frustration all weekend.
William, former international, loose forward. You would have liked that work at the breakdown from a winger, Collins Njira.
Yeah, hard to believe that wingers are getting in there and doing the work that normally the forwards do, but that's just showing his experience. He is a class act, Collins Njira.
Not allowed to do that. We've just been given the derivative, Greg. You can't tap the ball like that. You have to kick it. It's a tap kick, it's called. Big mistake.
Coaches have been made aware of it because people like Paddy O'Brien, referee's boss at sevens, and the new World Rugby sevens coach as far as refereeing goes, Craig Joubert, have picked up on the fact that a lot of players have been doing that, so they've been told that they must kick it. So, with time almost up on the clock, Australia need a converted try. They get the free kick. And it is McDermott. running out of options. So he has to take it into contact. Peach. Can the youngsters come up with something? Advantage is being played here as McDermott then kicks ahead. No advantage there, so they'll come back. They had the penalty advantage.
Oh, if I think he takes one more step, that advantage is over.
12.
He was looking at the referee, was Peach.
This is number 12. Grade.
Kenya looking to break the 15-match losing streak against the Aussies. Can they hold on here? Or will it be Australia who can force it into extra time with the converted try? Out the back to Adams. Adams taken ball and all. They try and hold him up. No release there, so they take it quickly. Dylan Teach. And out to Stannard, who's stepping. Now the switch at play out to Adams. Adams for the corner, and Adams dots it down. So it is 19-17 with the most difficult conversion attempt that James Stannard has had to make in some time. Out wide. Well, you've got to take the 5 points, but it really needed to be closer.
Well, he's given his team a chance. That's the main thing, Greg. This Aussie team showing a lot of fight back, showing a lot of heart. This young squad to come back and even it up, but tough kick, Willie.
Here's Adams for the corner. So, spare a thought here for James Stannard, captain for this match, and can he get it online? Oh, it's so close in the end. The breeze has just taken it out to the right. A magnificent attempt, but it's not to be. Disappointment there. Chucky Stannard can't believe it. Unbelievable, he says. And so Kenya hold on, and they win it by 19 points to 17. So Kenya finished 9th, and Australia will be 10th in Wellington. Good contest, and so that 15-match losing streak against Australia has ended for the more experienced Kenyan team. And for the Aussies, well, it's back to the drawing board, and they'll have to just take some of the positives out of this weekend and try and put it on the paddock in Sydney next week.
Here with Collins and Jed at the top try score, 237. Collins, you've broken the drought. Australia have beaten you the last 15 occasions. How'd you get it done?
I think we just wanted to keep the focus. We knew Australia is a very quality side, so we have to stick to our basics and make sure that we use our opportunities well. And I think the boys stood up and we managed to come out with a win.
Mate, you made your debut in 2006. You've been here to Wellington on a number of occasions. How difficult were those conditions today?
I think today was quite windy. I think this is the toughest I've played in Wellington. Today was quite windy. I think it stretches every player's skills in terms of passing and decision making, but I think we did well.
Last question, mate. What were you saying to Billy Odhiambo when he passed you that ball and he didn't get to you?
I think we had a chat in the changing room, and he said that next time he breaks, I just try to be on his inside, but I think it didn't go well. But that's the game. Sometimes you take chances, sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't. But I think we're just glad we came out with a win.
Thanks for talking to us. See you in Sydney.
Thank you very much.
So some of the stats there from the Challenge Trophy final, playoff for 9th and 10th, and Kenya getting there by 19 points to 17. And Bucker, the leading tackler, along with Oliech, Instey and Taylor for Australia. Some carries from Adam and Kingston, and Odhiambo with 6, and Amonde with 4 for Kenya. Time now for the presentation. And the trophy handed over by Rob Rowan, the head of commercial banking for HSBC New Zealand. David Rhodes there as well, president of New Zealand Rugby.
Well, there it is, folks, our presentation party.
So it is Kenya holding up the Challenge Trophy at Wellington 2017. Congratulations to them. They'll now head across the ditch and see if they can improve on their 9th placing in Sydney. And their fans had something to cheer about there. Congratulations to not only the players, also the coach, Innocent Simiyu. And they love to celebrate any victory. Kenya. Well, we mentioned his name throughout the weekend, and he's now the World Rugby Referees Sevens coach.